is a place where you can always go. Come with me. Where it's all right to let your feelings show. Come with me. What a pleasant journey. It isn't very far. We can go together, stay right where you are. And now it's time to start. It's right here in your heart. There is a place where you can be yourself. Come with me. And it's a place where you can free yourself. Come with me. And you know it's waiting, not so far away. Need no reservation, we can go today. And now it's time to start. It's right here in your heart. And the light shines through each window, and the door is open wide, and each question has an answer if you'll only look inside. There is a place where every sorrow ends. Come with me. And it's a place where every truth begins. Come with me. What a pleasant journey, isn't very far. We can go together, stay right where you are. And now it's time to start. It's right here in your heart.
My heart is aching. My heart is aching so much that yesterday when I was thinking about writing a prayer for today, I was coming up empty. I had lost my way. So I called a friend and I asked her, how? How do I find God in this? How do I find God in the news images of a so-called peace officer deliberately breaking the law he had sworn to uphold by taking the life of George Floyd? How do I find God in the gunning down of Ahmaud Arbery while he was out jogging? And so much more. And so much more. The dominoes were all falling. How do I find God in this? And my friend, my wise friend said to me, maybe you need to let God find you. My friend, Reverend Joanna, said to me, every day when and if darkness assails me, something or someone shines a light that is greater. Sometimes a word, a picture, a call, a quote, a story, or a song will give me hope. Maybe you need to let God find you. And so I stopped looking. And I let myself be available to be found. And I discovered this on unity.org's page. We who are in agony, erupting in outrage, our river of tears is flowing. We bathe in these waters until they subside, and we become still. In the silence, fresh waters flow. Nourishing infinite love and divine wisdom seep into the gaping crevices of our broken open hearts and minds. Out of the silence, we can speak. Out of the stillness, we can act. Amen. And so God found me through the words of a friend and a quote, and in my anguish, and in my outrage, and in my tears. And when they subsided, I became still, and I remembered yet again that there is only one infinite life, one love. Back of all that is in this crazy world of duality, there is only one. And I leaned yet again with all of my weight into the unconditional love of that which is both infinite and also intensely, intimately personal. And I reached out a hand in the darkness, and I knew that I was not alone. Please take a breath with me and allow that breath to settle you into this present moment. Breathe and allow this breath to relax your body. Breathe and become aware of being. And just be with whatever it is that might be churning inside of you. Let it be there and breathe. Know simultaneously that you are the I am. And if you will, allow my words to be your words. There is only one life, one power and one presence that is in and through and back of all the manifest world. And this life, this presence, this power has individuated as me. Because being one, there can be no other way. This one life is my life. This one power sources me. This one presence is who I am. And the knowing of this truth gives me the wisdom to know that which is mine to do, gives me the strength to cast out doubt and fear, and emboldens me to step into the fullness of the light that I came here to shine. We are one. This is the truth that guides my words. We are one. This is the truth that guides my actions. Reach out your hand. You are not alone. Hindu sage Ramana Maharshi was asked, "How should we treat others?" He responded, "There are no others." And so it is. Amen.
There is no pain so great that loving hands can't soothe it. No night so dark the light will not shine through it. There is no hole so deep where God is not deeper still. When your soul won't find its way through hopeless days, God will. There is no heart so torn that tenderness won't mend it. No road so far that coming home won't end it. There is no void too dark the sun can't completely fill, when your soul won't find its way through hopeless days. God will always be strong for you, helping you and telling you that you've always been stronger than you know. There is no hole so deep where God is not deeper still, when your soul won't find its way, when your soul won't find its way through hopeless days. God
My name is Dr. Richard Loren Held. Always, it's my honor and pleasure to welcome you to Unity in Lynnwood. For those with children, please note that Youth and Family Ministries gatherings are launching at this very moment as well. Credentials are available simply by contacting the program director. Her name is Stacy Bailey. Practical spirituality welcoming community. That short mission statement that is so broad in what it represents. Every week I like to support this with one of the bullet points which we developed in conversation with our Board of Trustees. Today I've chosen number 4. It reads as follows. Take a deep breath with me. See if these words belong to you. We believe each person is an individualized expression of divinity itself, and we accept each person as such without condition, question, or exception. As a matter of principle, it can be said that we love boldly. We invite you to take advantage of the vehicles of support which are available to you. Of course, visit unityinlynnwood.org, meet your leaders, read blogs, enjoy archived podcasts. You may enlist prayer support, even download brochures. Engage with us on the social media platform of choice. You are welcome to download the Unity in Lynnwood app. It's free in both Android and Apple versions. You are welcome to click on the link in your chat window and download Breeze. This is an app that will allow you to receive text notifications and reminders And as always, if you'd simply like to stay in touch through periodic email messages, and no, we will never share or sell your personal information, just click on the link provided in the chat window. We will happily include you in a couple emails per month. And always, if you would like assistance with any or all of the above, simply call or click. Always, our staff is happy to assist. Unity's statement of social action, it reads as follows. Webster defines the word unity as the state of forming a complete and pleasing whole. At this time in the evolution of the planet and the lives of human beings upon it, the task of forming a complete and pleasing whole is the imperative for positive evolution and harmonious existence for all. It continues, this perspective has seemingly been lost. Our wholeness, our oneness, our sameness, I might say our equality as a human race. We must now remember more than ever that we have much more in common than that which appears to divide us. The unity movement stands for and will tirelessly work for harmony, so all people may know the freedom of peaceful expression, so they may know their own inner worth, their essential contribution to the whole of life. Where there are divisions of opinions, beliefs, and perspectives, unity embraces curiosity, exploration, and expanded awareness of the gifts of diversity. Where there is fear of the other, unity stands for inclusivity and peaceful acceptance of another's right to create the life of his or her choosing. Where there is oppression and hatred, we stand for justice and understanding, and for extending compassion, kindness, and forgiveness to restore balance. Where there is discrimination, we stand for inclusivity and equality. It closes by saying we pledge to be an advocate for the well-being, respect, and civil freedom of every human being. Any proposal or action that seeks to discriminate against individuals or classes of individuals based upon prejudicial, stereotypic profiles of national origin, class, creed, race, ethnicity, physical ability, sexual orientation, or gender identity is in opposition to the core beliefs and values established by our founders. We choose unity. In harmony with the divine spirit, we stand so we may live in a spiritually awakened world that is continually evolving. This is our prayer. This is our decree. Through our actions, we let this be. Please stand by for our announcement of a June program and book study. That will support us in giving rise to these noble words. Since 1999, Daniel Nahmod's music has reached millions across the globe through the sale of well over 100,000 CDs, some 10,000 songbooks, through inclusion on Saturday Night Live, The Voice, American Idol, the Super Bowl, The Today Show, through his countless appearances at cultural festivals, interfaith and environmental fairs, workshops, conferences, youth rallies, and through his keynote addresses at events so notable as 2018's Parliament of the World's Religions in Toronto. It's been written that his message of peace, love, and compassion across nations, cultures, and faiths has found overwhelming acceptance wherever he has performed. I know you join me in affirming that to be both timely and true today. Daniel Nahmod, your message of peace, love, and compassion finds overwhelming acceptance, overwhelming welcome at Unity in Lynnwood on this day. Thank you for being with us.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me. Good morning, everybody. There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and just speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth. As simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angel's wings, or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. We speak so many languages, different clothing, different colors, different names. But different is only dangerous when we forget that in the heart we're all the same. We'll remember once we close our eyes to see that such distances were never meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit or Jesus or Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, Hashem, or heaven's door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul, or it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth, or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power is what we are. It's the moment of creation. It's an everlasting peace, freedom of forgiveness, sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby, the serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon, for it's love that's most deep. It's one power. Oh, what we are is one. power of the love that lives forever in you and me. It's the power of the love in you and me. Now we are ready to look at something pretty special. It is a duck riding the ocean 100 feet beyond the surf as he cuddles in the swells. There is a big heaving in the Atlantic, and he is part of it. He can rest while the Atlantic heaves, because he rests in the Atlantic. Probably he doesn't know how large the ocean is, and neither do we. But he realizes it. So what does he do? He sits down in it. He reposes in the immediate, as if it were infinity, which it is. That is religion, and the duck has it. When things go wrong, it's natural to wonder, what celestial rule did I break? When things go right, it's logical to ponder, what credit can I take? But the truth is so much easier. I don't need a master plan. I can live here in the moment, 'cause my life is in good hands. I don't need to know where the wind blows, 'cause God knows. I don't need to know what the future holds, 'cause God knows. I need never know how pain ends, how my heart mends. I can just let go, 'cause God knows. Well, still I find I'm crying out for answers. Guess I'm still craving control. And still I find I'm afraid of taking chances, as if I could damage my soul. But at this moment, I remember it comes so clear to me that the minute I surrender, I'm as safe as I could be. I don't need need to know where the time goes, 'cause God knows. I don't need to know what the future holds, 'cause God knows. I need never know how pain ends, how my heart mends. I can just let go, 'cause God knows. Oh, I need never know how pain ends, how my heart mends. I can just let go. I can just let go. I can just let go, 'cause God knows. God knows. God knows. God is in the water of the lake. God is also in the cracked bed of the lake when the lake has dried up. God is in the abundant harvest. God is also in the famine that occurs when the harvest fails. God is in the lightning. God is also in the darkness when the lightning has faded. And a beautiful passage from the Tao. The way to illumination appears dark. The way that advances appears to retreat. The way that is easy appears to be hard. The highest virtue appears empty. The purest goodness appears soiled. The most profound creativity appears fallow. The strongest power appears weak. The most genuine appears unreal. The greatest space has no corners. The greatest talent matures slowly. The greatest voice can't be heard. The greatest image can't be seen. So much pushing and pulling, so much fighting and straining, so much laboring against waves and wind. I am tired, my arms are weary, my back is aching, my eyes are bleary. I think I'm finally ready to give in. I have struggled, I have cried, I have screamed inside about the kind of life I've tried to lead. Well, right now, I think it's time, for the very first time, to lay down my body and mind and just be. If I stop steering my boat, does it sink? Oh no. current carries it along just so. If I stop steering my life, I'm gonna be alright. I'll just go where the ocean says to go. Down the block or to the moon, round the world or just to my room, I can't say where I'm supposed to end up. I've resisted for so long, as if I could do no wrong, and it's never been quite good enough. It's a funny thing, I guess, this prideful human saying yes without knowing what I'm agreeing to. But there's a simple fact I find: the decision's never been mine. All I'll ever do is what I'm meant to do. If I stop steering my boat, does it sink? Oh no, current carries it along just so. If I stop steering my life, I'm gonna be alright. I'll just go where the ocean says to go. It's a scary thing for sure, to lay down my oars and quit pretending that I've ever been in charge. But it's scarier still to spend my strength and will and never even have a peaceful heart. So here goes the toughest thing. Ironic, don't you think, that it's so hard and so easy all at once? No, it's not laziness, it's just the deepest kind of trust that I'm okay when all is said and done. I'm okay when all is said and done. If I stop steering my boat, does it sink? Oh no, current carries it along just so. If I stop steering my life, I'm gonna be alright. I'll just go where the ocean says to go. I'll just go where the ocean says to go. I'll just go where the ocean says to go. If this is my last song, if this is my final day, if tomorrow I'll be gone, what do I wanna say? If this is my last song, if it's my time to go, when my body's moved on, what will I have to show? Oh, but fortune and fame, they scatter to the wind. The things that make a name just don't matter in the end. But is the world a little more peaceful? Oceans and skies a little more blue? Is humankind a little bit wiser about the good that we can do? Does the sun shine a little bit brighter where before there was only rain? If so, then I'm glad I came. If these are my last words for all of the earth to hear, if all that I have ever been is about to disappear, if these are my last words, there's nothing that I need to say. I have only tried to serve. It's never been about talking anyway. So much hurt there is to heal, it's hard to understand. All I can hope to feel is that I am doing what I can. Is the world a little more peaceful? Oceans and skies a little more blue? Is humankind a little bit wiser about the good that we can do? Does the sun shine a little bit brighter where before there was only rain? If so, then I'm glad I came. Have I given hope to the hopeless? Has a hungry soul been fed? Has a child stood a little bit taller 'cause of something that I said? Have I left a little kindness? Have I eased a little pain? If so, then I'm glad I came. For that, I'm so glad I came. If this is my last song, what do I leave behind? What do I pass on if I am out of time? When I watch the news, it makes me cry for all of the anger I see. So many souls believing the lie that hatred is all that can be. So I take the chance to offer my prayer, to whisper the truth. And I believe today is the day that my message gets through. That we are all children of the God of love. We are all meant to be instruments of peace. There's no us or them, foe or friend, we are all the same. There is only one, 'cause everyone is born with God's name. So the question becomes, where do we start? How do we heal so much pain? The answer is clear. We open our hearts and let love wash away every stain. 'Cause peace in our time begins with a smile, with one open hand. And when we teach by example, the world is sure to understand that we are all children of the God of love. We are all meant to be instruments of peace. There's no us or them, foe or friend. We are all the same. There is only one. 'Cause everyone is born with God's name. Sometimes it seems so useless to try, so futile to dream. But remember, the power of creation lies in what we believe. 'Cause we are all children of the God of love. We are all meant to be instruments of peace. There's no us or them, foe or friend. We are all the same. There is only one. 'Cause everyone is born with God's name. God's name. I gave some thought to what I wanted to say to you today. Very grateful for the opportunity to share with you this morning. And I realized that there's nothing I wanted to say that I haven't said in song. So I decided to share songs with you and a few of these readings, which for me are above all about staying present and trusting that what I do today is enough. How I respond today is enough. How I love today is enough. And in fact, today is all I've got. And to do my best today is to do my best, period. One more quick quote from the Tao, and then I'll share with you one more song and be done for today. My piece, anyway. Allow yourself to yield, and you can stay centered. Allow yourself to bend, and you will stay straight. Allow yourself to be empty, and you'll be filled up. Allow yourself to be exhausted, and you'll be renewed. The sage embraces oneness and becomes a pattern for the whole world. She doesn't display herself, so she is illuminated. She doesn't justify herself, so she is distinguished. She doesn't boast, so she is recognized. She doesn't claim credit, so she endures. She doesn't contend, so no one can contend with her. There is peace of mind available at all times. And my thought is for today that from centeredness and calm and peace of mind comes the right action at the right time to make the right difference. And I hope you've enjoyed. One more song for you. Sometimes the right action is to tune your guitar. Lately I've been thinking about what motivates me to give a couple dollars to a stranger on the street, to hold the door, carry groceries, help a neighbor in need. When history repeats itself in headlines every day, solutions never big enough for problems that we face. As a man, as a dad, what difference can I make? 'Cause I know better than to think I'll be remembered for a favor or a quarter or a smile. Oh, but maybe before I return to sender, I can do one thing worthwhile. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to raise a kind child. Sure would help if our boy went and got an MBA and took care of his artist mom and dad in their old age. But let's face it, Wall Street probably isn't in his DNA. But when his first grade teacher said she wanted us to know, it's Jude who always comforts any kid who sits alone. There's just so much pride my heart can take. My retirement can wait. 'Cause I know better than to think I'll be remembered for a fortune or a pension or a prize. Oh, but maybe before I return to sender, I'll have done one thing worthwhile. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to raise a kind child. I don't want him to think the world is his to save. It's too much pressure anyway, can't be done. I don't want him to think he has to be a saint, 'cause the truth is saints don't have any fun. Mostly I just hope, my boy, you'll come to understand. No 401k or GPA can make a happy man. It's having roots, doing good, helping out where you can. So put down roots, do some good, take somebody's hand. And you'll know better than most what really matters, what makes living this life worthwhile. And there may come a day your own kids will remember how their granddad used to say with a smile that he raised. We raised a kind child. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Daniel Nahmod, for nourishing us with your words of wisdom, both in quotes and in music. You are a gift and a balm in these times. Thank you. And now we've come to the time in our service where we have an opportunity to stand in the flow of substance. And I'm reminded of a image that Eric Butterworth gave us in a class that we recently did of a faucet and a cup. And the faucet is flowing, water is flowing through the faucet into the cup. And the question is posed, is the flowing action of the faucet giving or receiving? Or is the receiving, the apparent receiving activity of the cup, is that giving or receiving? You see, it could be seen that the cup gives space for the faucet to give and to receive more in its giving. And the cup also receives from the faucet. And so I invite you in this moment to stand in the flow of both giving and receiving. If you would, hold the gift that you intend to give today to your spiritual community, or the intent of whatever your virtual gift will be. Just hold that in your hand and allow yourself to stand in the flow, the receiving of spirit substance and the giving of spirit substance, being the connector, being the individual, the energy of the flow, of both the giving and the receiving, knowing that giving opens up greater avenues of receptivity, and that the giving opens up greater avenues of receptivity and giving. Allow that flow to bless your offering in your hand. Allow it to be a blessing to you as you stand in that flow, and allow it to be a blessing to this community and the greater world beyond. And so it is. Amen.
I'd like to begin by saying thank you. For those who attend services on campus, I like to keep you up to date with some of the happenings specific to your amazing facility. Since last you were here, the baseboards have been painted. Most of the doors have been repainted. There are light fixtures that have been installed or replaced. There are closets that have been reorganized, grout and tile which have been repaired. There is fencing and staining that's been completed. A new sidewalk appearing in the front of our facility. Are your irrigation systems, oh, how romantic is that to talk about on a Sunday? Your irrigation systems have been reviewed for spring. Your shuttles have been moved into safe storage. Your parking lot has been restriped. It's one way now, by the way. A great quote from Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore has been added to your entry wall, and the gazebo, the wedding and event gazebo. Under the leadership of Tim Vokes, this amazing team is now ready for planting. A plant sponsorship program will be announced in upcoming days. Yes, you will have the opportunity to dedicate a plant. I'd like to reiterate that in collaboration with credible sources and area leaders, I, along with Reverend Nina and your Board of Trustees, are constantly monitoring, interpreting, praying, and planning in preparation for our collective return to campus, and information is, of course, changing daily. We promise to keep the most current information available to you through our various communications channels. At present, what we know is that all on-site gatherings have been canceled through June 21st. That is not to imply that we will return to campus on June 22nd. It's to say that what we know right now is that on-site gatherings are canceled through June 21st. Any plan for our return to campus will be communicated thoroughly and well in advance. Spiritual Awakenings, a healing service. Reverend Nina Clark's midweek service is scheduled for the 2nd and 4th Wednesdays of June. As a reminder, our women's retreat has been scheduled for September 25 and 26. Ricky Byers joins us. Simply go to the website, click on the calendar page to find the registration form. All are welcome. It is not required that you attend this center. You are welcome. And always, if our prayer chaplains, if Reverend Nina or I can support you in prayer during the week, know that our confidential prayer line is available to you. Beyond that, know that while we encourage you to stay in active touch with each other as one expression of authentic and intentional spiritual community, we would like to stay in touch with you as well. If you would allow one of our clergy or one of our chaplains to give you a periodic telephone call, and many of you have discovered that we're doing it anyway. But if we've missed you, and if you would allow us to do so, click or call, express interest in what we call a care call. Always include your telephone number. All are welcome to participate. There's a theme today. It's a theme of oneness. We didn't plan that. I like to say that life has deemed each of us worthy, or we wouldn't be here. Unity would say it in different language. Unity would say that there's one life behind all life. That there's one life expressing, individuating as the myriad of beautiful forms which we see in our world. Said another way, life is a profound honor which we share. And when we forget any portion of this, when we forget that life is a profound honor, and how many ways do we do that? How many ways do we demean self, diminish others, disrespect the planet itself? When we forget that life is an honor, and when we forget that life is an honor which we share. It is an honor which is common to all of us. And how many ways do we fashion vehicles for our separation one from another? When we forget that life is a profound honor that we share, we begin to experience symptoms And I believe that's descriptive of current events. We are experiencing the symptoms of our forgetfulness. You know, the Talmud has words of encouragement. It says, you know, yours is not to complete the work, but neither is yours to abandon it. So what can we do? We can come together week after week after week, and we can remember, and then we can go forth to find ways to honor life. That's what we can do. Special thanks to Daniel Nahmod. He offers nightly musical experiences. You can find him easily by searching social media platforms. Special thanks to Reverend Nina Clark. Thank you, Scotty, Jonesy, Julie, Cameron, Madison, Nadine, and Michelle, all standing some 15 feet apart, staying safe, loving each other deeply, holding you in that love as well. And we close, as we always do, with sung words of blessing.
May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide